knows the spice controls the universe.
Yeah, it's rich in bubbly goodness.
Do you remember when you lost your passion for this work?
I invited another friend. I hope that's okay.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Reina Creole, bringing you that spice to sci-fi and pop culture analysis. And welcome to another after-school special here on my channel, where we record with guests who can't make it during lunch. So you know what? We meet up with them after school. And this episode is actually a very special episode because it is going to be airing on Valentine's Day. So we've got something special for you. So speaking of special, what's up, Fast Steven?
Hi, how's it going?
It's going good. It's going quite well, despite how cold it is right here right now.
I'm tired of this stuff, but yeah, I guess we're hitting -12 tonight plus wind chill. But it's your eyes just had a seizure. It was great. But we've had a busy day. For people who don't know, who'll probably get to see us in the future, we just finished a special live show with Camera Pasha, and now we have two other very vibrant souls of the community that are the epitome of a couple. They're both feeding off each other, they both support each other, and they're better because of each other. And there's not much that I've seen, minus a few people, that do it so well. They've been welcoming, I think, to you and myself in the community, and they've always been there when you need something, and that's very hard to come by. So I'm very glad we're doing this special episode.
Yeah, they are literally like family, like the ones you don't mind that come to your house and eat up all your stuff. You don't care because you just want them there.
I agree. I have to give props to one of them though, because she does have to babysit the other one just a little bit more. You know, I'm going to rub that in now because it's in the. There you go. He's flipping me off in the back room. He's flipping me off in the back room, isn't he?
Probably.
Yeah, I can see that, Ords. I'll do something later with that image. Oh, I just spoiled it. Oh no.
You did, but that's okay, because if folks see the thumbnail, they know what's going on. So, folks, I want you to welcome Kashyyyk Queen and OrdsBored.
Hey. So, two things. You don't want to invite me over because I will literally eat everything you have. Second is
a child locket.
Valentine's Day. I thought we were watching Power Rangers. Isn't that what we were doing today after school? No. Okay.
What you guys do with the helmets and the camera off, I don't want any picture.
Oh, I mean, I'll send you one. I'll send you one.
I would love one. That'd be great. It's like, who's being Billy tonight and who's being Kimberly? I'm out.
I have long hair, so I'll probably be Kimberly. Just saying.
or Tommy, because Tommy also had long.
That's true. Definitely. So what's going on, guys? Thanks for having us.
Oh, glad you're here. Yeah.
Happy Valentine's Day for the advanced screening for the people in the future. But
happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Much love. Those are some nice words you said, Fat Steven. I appreciate that. Maybe not so much the babysitting part, but everything else was nice.
Do you notice how Amber hasn't argued that at all, though?
Not at all. Not one bit.
Yep.
Yeah, he's not making eye contact either because he isn't.
But thanks for having us, guys.
Oh, no problem. If that Steven suggested, I'm like, that is an excellent idea.
Oh, it's Fat Steven's idea.
Yes, it was Fat Steven's idea. He's our idea. He's an idea guy.
I'm more than just a complainer. I actually do things. I write down my complaints.
I just always thought he had the idea of eating fried chicken, but I don't know.
Only when I look at you.
Oh, well.
Because your finger licking good, both of you.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, well.
Is this
Don't let him.
Here.
Valentine's Day?
I don't know. We maybe
Don't let him get near Fail J. That's all.
Oh God, no! Don't
Sorry, dude. Sorry.
don't do that.
I had to bring that up. No,
Fatal who?
Koalas in the rain.
No, Earth's given. I goes tested. I'm perfectly clean.
I want to now. I just want to stare at your cute little avatar.
No, that doesn't.
It is cute.
It is cute.
Oh, that one's cute too.
There you go.
Still fat on the bottom.
It's so Pikachu. It's still cute.
But
Yeah, but you guys, it's honestly, you can't think of one of you guys without the other one.
That's nice. I know she really likes it.
Because I just remember when the first stream that I had with you, Ords, and then we hear someone laughing in the background. We're like, who is that? Because their laugh is so hilarious. You're like, oh, it's my girl. That's me. It's Amber.
It all
we gotta bring her on.
Well, it's funny because it all started at like the early episodes of Sunday Night Hangs and Video Games, which I believe the first few were on Monday nights. So in our old house before we moved, I had the studio in the bedroom. Well, she would put the kids down for bed. She'd come in and just hang out on the bed listening to the stream. So it would be like there'd be a joke or somebody would say something silly and there'd be the delay, right? So she's getting the stream, 10, 15 seconds after the fact. So I laugh, we move on, and then out of nowhere you hear her laugh in the background. And it just kind of caught on, and everybody is like, "We got to hear her laugh." And I think you get in trouble a lot. Well, at least you used to at your work.
Yeah, I worked in a office where it's supposed to be quiet. Well, I'm not very quiet, so I would always get in trouble.
So it's nice. Yeah, so it's nice to have people appreciate it because a lot of people, it's very loud, and I'm a loud person, so I can handle it, but. A lot of people can't seem to handle it, but I think that's, I don't know, one of the reasons why we work together, I guess.
So I wanted to ask you one big kind of big question as I'm still remembering I'm Pikachu. You guys had a major event happen over Christmas, and it kind of changed both your worlds for the better, right?
Yeah. I mean,
she's kicking you out, right?
Yeah, totally. I think it was just the evolution of it happening. Like, I don't know. Timing is everything. I mean, when it comes to comedy, when it really comes to anything, live timing is everything. Mm-hmm. And like we knew each other in high school. We had like this little thing in high school. It was cute, right?
Oh.
So we've known each other a long time, and then we kind of just went our separate ways. Mm-hmm. And she went and had her life experience. I went and had mine. And I think if we would have met like sooner, I don't know if it would have been the same. Just because of me, like okay. So I guess let's preface this by saying we got engaged. Christmas Eve, we got engaged. And if you would have known me 10 years ago, you'd have been like, that's not a candidate for marriage by any means.
I'm going to contradict you because I think that trope is kind of true, but you found the one that fits you to have that life. It's not that you're not fit. I just think you found the right one. And I'm not kissing ass here. I'm just saying it's true. Right. Because you were all excited. You told a lot of people you trusted how you were going to plan it, and we were making jokes about how you were going to get back up after you got stuck on one knee.
Reina and Nina, and I was like, "You guys knew?"
Yeah, I knew too. Yeah, we all knew.
Time. We're just sitting there like, yeah, she has no idea what's coming.
I had no idea.
I think other than you guys, my mother might have been the first person I told, only because. So the ring that she has was actually the ring that my father gave to my mother. My father has passed. He passed when I was very young. Mm-hmm. So it was the ring that he gave to her. And then we are actually going to get one of my grandmother's stones from one of her pieces of jewelry put in the ring as well. So it's kind of like bringing the family together. The ring to me is more symbolic. I've never been like I said, 10 years ago, like marriage wasn't an idea in my mind. That was like, I never want to be married. I want to live my life and do my thing and party and all this. And then, you know, to what Steven said, yeah, I mean, you kind of find the right person. And I think when we found each other, it was just inevitable. It was just when I was going to ask, I think, more or less than if I was. I like that little guy. I don't know where you found that one, but he's good.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It's feeling kind of drafty in here.
Yeah, but it's going to be -12. You might want to put some clothes on there.
Oh, he's dropping.
But yeah, no, I think it was just a matter of when, not if. So, yeah.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna ask a different question. Actually, it's
I don't know. Like,
no. It's a good question. Well, first of all, congratulations to the two of you, because I was when I heard about it, I was like squeeing, but okay, I have to pretend I don't know anything, whatsoever.
and that's kind of me, be just like maybe trusting people a little too much. Like, guys, I'm really excited. This thing is happening. Check it out. And not thinking that because gosh, what was it? There was I have an aunt who almost spoiled it. She had called me one day and had it on speakerphone. And I had the conversation with my grandmother. Now, she's like 93 years old, okay? So it's like when you have conversation with Grams, it's like, hey, Grams, how are you? You know, like you got to be loud.
Yeah.
Like she's totally coherent. She's all here, but it's just, her hearing is bad.
Yeah.
Well, my aunt calls and I'm on the speakerphone and she says, your grandma said something about you getting married or something. I'm just like, oh, crap. Hey, like, oh, get off speakerphone, And she was like, your grandma said she might have had a dream or something like that about it. And I was like, okay, perfect. Yeah, I guess grandma had a dream about us getting married. All right, cool. Aw.
Such a cute kitty.
That's not, I was going to say, it's a mogul, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a kitty.
Kupo.
So, Amber, what was your reaction when Ords proposed?
I started crying right away. I just couldn't believe it. I'd been waiting for this day. Yeah.
Wait. By waiting for this day, were you like the type that left notes in the lunchbox, notes in the rolling papers, notes on the chair, notes on you made the change on desktop, put an onion ring on it?
I did bring it up a lot. Like, we talked about...
She was never like, I got a gun, you better ask me to marry you.
Yeah, I wasn't that.
It wasn't like...
Does that work?
Like that.
Well, some of them.
I mean, she does own a gun, I'm just saying. No, it was, like, oh, I that would be great. I want to marry you one day, that sort of thing. Just, like the cutesy stuff people say. And yeah, man, like, I don't know. I'm pretty chill when it comes to stuff like that. I don't really care. Like, I've got, like, especially with the YouTube thing, I've got, like, for the first time in my life, like, personal goals, right? Other than just, like, partying and screwing off. So I'm just glad to have her here along for the ride. And really, she's the wheels, because like without her, like I'm probably doing this, but it's nowhere near as good. It's so she's really half of this whole adventure when it comes to this YouTube thing. So it's really great, like having a partner in that, and she puts up with a lot of my crap. Like I can be really, like, as Fat Steven knows, I mean, I can get a little uppity sometimes.
We all do.
You have the soul, the mentality of a performer. You want to make sure everything is right, so the people that you're trying to perform for are entertained and nothing goes wrong. And when that one little snippet does happen, you can see how it gets up. And I think if Amber wasn't there to be in your corner to say that mistakes happen like we all do, because you don't listen to us, you just think we make fun of your nipples all the time.
Dang.
You would probably
coming, by the way.
It better be. But you guys nail it, and I think a lot of people can enjoy watching you too, because there's especially the way 2020 has been and is now, with a lot of the restrictions, social interaction, society restrictions. You guys show that you can still pull out the happiness and slap the BS in the face with it. So it's really good to see. Yeah,
and I mean, we have struggles.
No one got that.
We have struggles. I mean, it's funny because a lot of people it's like, oh, like you said at the beginning, oh, you know, they're not maybe not the best couple, but whatever you said, it was like, you know, they're an exemplary, like they're an example of what a relationship should be. And like, you know, just like everybody else, we got our problems. I mean, we argue. Like this morning, I was all pissed off because my day wasn't going right, and like, you know, I get an attitude, and then it's like I don't want to talk to anybody, and then.
But you just let him be, and then he comes around, and he always apologizes. He's really good about it. So
it's just like she puts up with me being like that. And,
but I can be a brat. I mean, I have my days too.
For sure.
So, on the days he's having a hard day, I just got to give him a little extra love. That's all.
Yeah. You know, give him that space to, you know, come back to what you know and love, you know.
And sometimes that love might be just like, leave me alone for a little bit, you know?
Which is really hard for me to do.
Uh-oh.
Is that the motherly instinct kicking in? You want to make sure everything is okay, and it sucks when you can't get a problem solved right away, right?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, but I think you've learned a lot from that. Because like you are really like, oh, how can I fix the situation?
I always want to fix it.
And I think sometimes, especially in relationships, man, like the best thing you can say is, that sucks. Like, I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks.
I say I'm sorry a lot when I don't need to.
I had a quick thing to ask. How do you guys feel about celebrating your first Valentine's Day as fiancés?
I did not even think of that.
Thanks for that one, Pat.
That's my job.
Oh, wow, y'all did?
I gotta remember. I can't even remember her birthday, Pat Steven.
Hold on, ask him my birthday right now.
What's your
August
birthday?
Oh, wow.
It's in between this apology and that apology.
First.
He remembers now because I harassed him about it, and he didn't.
Oh, okay.
I don't even remember my 93-year-old grandmother's birthday. I barely remember my age.
You know what? We're gonna ask you again, like next week or like in 2 weeks.
Yes,
Yeah.
hold it to it.
A follow-up stream.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or it's the best answer is it's in between this apology and that apology. That's when you're.
All right, there, Squidward. SpongeBob. All right. Anyway,
My nose wiggle.
But no,
I'm
yeah,
excited though.
it's it's crazy to think that I'm getting married. I just put it that way. It's like that. It's still. Oh, you can never be prepared. Like when I asked, like I had it all in my head. It was gonna be like a freaking.
I get all worked up.
It was like
thinking
a
about it.
freaking movie, right? It was gonna be all like the slow motion with the. I mean, it was gonna be everything. And then like I go to do it, I get down on my knee, and I'm like, like
I was so confused because
Will you take my hand and
that's exactly how it happened.
That is so funny, but it's so relatable because you see the movies where the guy's like a little nervous and comes out with like this whole poetry and whatnot, sounded all great. It's like, oh my god, it's awesome! But you're just kind of like, okay, what do I say? That's so cool. That's so real. And you know what? That probably helps some other people out. Like, okay, it's okay if I don't get the proposal completely.
Yeah, no, I had all this stuff in my head, and the second it like popped off, I was just like, my brain was mush.
When I saw the pictures, though, I was looking through and going, I wonder if it is she going to say yes, or is it, please, God, my pants better not have ripped getting down on my knee.
he knew I was gonna say yes.
Oh no, there was no doubt in my mind. I wasn't worried about that, but I was definitely had a hard time getting down on my knee. Thanks, Fat Steve.
I saw the pictures, bro. It looks like you were trying to maintain.
I didn't see the pictures.
I was just trying to balance my fat rear end, all right? I was just trying to stay afloat, okay? It was hard enough, like, staying up on my knee.
By the way, it was freezing
Yeah.
cold. It was the coldest day.
It did look cold.
Yeah.
It did look cold. It was kind of hard for me to relate because at the time I was down in Florida and it was 90 degrees outside when I saw the pictures.
Thanks, Lorraine.
You're welcome. But I'm back in it freezing now. So
well, I'm surprised she didn't know something was up because normally in that situation, because it was Christmas Eve, and I was like, we're gonna go do this. We're gonna go downtown because next to the river in our town, they have like this big, huge display of lights with this conservatory that they like decorate. It's beautiful. And this year, this previous year is probably the most beautiful it's been in a long time.
Yeah, it was the most lights they've ever seen.
And the way they had it set up was like they had this like really long walking path, so you can actually walk through and enjoy all the lights. And and we were rebels and went in the exit because we didn't care. But we were just trying to pay like parking. All right, parking is insane down there when this is happening because everybody wants to go down there.
Right.
So it was really cold, and she's like, "Are you sure you even want to go?" I'm like, "No, we're going."
I kept asking, like, it's so cold. Are you sure we need to go? Because normally he'd be like, "Yeah, no, it's too cold."
I'd be like, "Nah, we're gonna sit here."
But I was just like,
I don't. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
But with Amber, the thing is, he was so excited about when he was sharing it, and the reason why he picked that day and that spot is because you guys spent a lot of other memories there, if I remember that correctly, right? You liked the boardwalk, you liked going down there with him in previous times. See, I remember what you say, bro. And he wanted to make sure that it was more special for you than it was for him.
Yeah,
and he was dedicated.
I could have asked you to the parking lot of a Waffle House. I
I
don't
still would
care.
have been, but it was a lot.
Wait, we could have had waffles?
I mean, I'll eat some waffles. You got some?
Cool.
I have some blue waffles.
Whoa.
Okay.
They're blueberry waffles, you sick
Okay.
bastard.
I was gonna say,
Like,
were they like
Like,
Dr. Seuss blue waffles or
I
something?
will not eat
I don't
blue
know.
waffles and ham.
But I just remember feeling so excited for Amber because I can forget which stream it was. And somebody said, "Oh, is Ords your husband?" And you were like, "Well, I hope one day he
yeah.
gets to be called that." So when I heard you guys were going to get engaged, I'm like, yeah.
Excited.
She's going to like waterworks and everything like everywhere. Because I remember when you said that in the chat.
Yeah, she cried.
I cried. So
She like
hard.
ran away from me, man. I got her on my knee and she's like,
I was so excited. I didn't even know what to do. I just,
Did that man hurt you? No, I said yes. Why are you running away from him? 'Cause it's
totally. No,
funnier.
she was. And she was running away from me. Like I don't know, man.
I was just shocked.
You know what this means, right? You got to make time for a Queen's Council wedding party.
Ooh.
There you go. What about the bachelor party, Fat Steven?
You really want to see me get a naked avatar and jiggle my man boobs?
Are you gonna do? Oh my God, yes.
No. You're
Strip tease. I'm there.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll get some nipple tassels ready. My nipple tassels of justice.
I'm not wearing them.
Oh, good
Serena's
God.
like, I
No.
can see that.
No, because I'm trying to unsee that one. Oh God, I don't even want to talk about it.
I could actually edit the She-Hulk.
Oh no.
I don't think we need that one, there, Steven.
No.
I think we're good. I think we're good.
But yeah, that's pretty much the story of how it happened. And then as soon as it happened, it was like rush back to the car and get home because we didn't want to be
It's freezing out there.
yeah. It was. I think it snowed a little bit too.
It did. I was hoping it would snow. It was Christmas Eve, and it snowed.
Mhm.
I think right after or right before.
Yeah, it was like
I
a
can't
really.
remember, but it was like right towards the end. I was really excited.
Yeah.
Are the kids happy when they found out?
Well, they knew before I did. I
Well, of
can't
course they
believe
did.
none of them told me. They were all like, "Mom, we knew." My son was recording it. The oldest was recording the whole thing and sent it to everybody on Snapchat. And I'm like, "What are you doing?" Yeah, so they are very excited.
Yeah. It was funny because, like, as we're getting ready to go downtown, her daughter, she goes, "Oh, I didn't get to see the ring yet." So I'm like, "All right, come here real quick." So I'm like showing her daughter the ring and everything, and
Yeah.
it's been a cool experience with the kids. I think they're all happy about it. I mean, they're not the biggest fan of me, but that's because I put my foot down. Like it's a tight ship here in the boardroom. You know what I'm saying?
They may act like they don't like it, but they do.
I
And
think
it will serve them very well.
Just
I
wait for
think
the
so.
first time.
It's a
Scream.
respect thing. I think they
need that structure.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, they do.
And so it's fun, man. I love it.
When you guys do actually get the ceremony all done, you can then threaten them with family pictures and stupid outfits, so they'll definitely ship up.
Oh man, I'm pretty sure if you go back and look at my catalog on YouTube, there's already enough stuff to embarrass them.
Yeah, no doubt.
Like, I can't wait for the day my daughter becomes a teenager and she's like, yeah, I don't know him. Like,
What's gonna happen?
I
Is,
saw your dad. I didn't know you did.
that's not my
what's gonna happen is there's gonna be a meme up of the one with me holding the Capri Suns and like,
Oh my
that's my luck. That's the kind of stuff that will resurface as my kid gets older, and then I'll have to explain that. Thank you for that, Fat Steven. Appreciate that, buddy.
Oh
Wow.
my gosh.
if this is my last time ever gonna be in with anything that started with Ords. I do apologize.
No, we need you to finish that game at least. So,
Oh, well, no. Come on.
Want to go back like a little bit because we kind of modified the question a little bit to ask you
All right.
guys, what are your, I say, earliest memories of Valentine's Day at school?
not necessarily pertaining to us, but like,
No, just in
okay.
general.
I don't know, just cards and candy. That was really the biggest thing.
Going around and putting the cards in the little Kleenex boxes that we would decorate, you know, when we were in like 3rd grade.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I always like those candy hearts. A lot of people hate them, but I
don't like that. Like the
Oh, you
love
don't
them.
like the conversation hearts?
I like those, the chalky conversation hearts.
No.
Those are delicious, man.
They are. They're
I
very
mean,
good.
sweetheart ones, but not the chalky ones.
If you're
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
that's pretty good.
I had the sweet tart ones. I'm like, oh, these are better than the chalky ones, which I like the chalky ones too, but the sweet tart
They
ones
remind me
were
of like the candy
better.
cigarettes, you know, like the old candy
Oh,
cigarettes.
man.
I used to think I was so cool with those.
You can still buy them at a store called Five Below. They have the best throwback candy. I was
They
like,
do.
you're selling candy cigarettes and downlaters and just like all the
I go there to
Yeah.
get. I go there specifically to get candy.
Like for Christmas, we got Audrey. It was candy that looked like sushi, and
It is gummy
so-
sushi. Gummy sushi.
and the gummy
Good looking.
spaghetti.
Yes.
I've been looking for the sushi. I can't find them up here. How does it taste good?
Mhm.
I don't know.
I
I
don't
didn't.
know. I didn't eat it.
I've just seen it. I haven't had it. I've just had the gummy spaghetti. Haribo makes it. So
Slime. It's like slime, but it's candy.
It's
Which is really neat because our kids are obsessed
yeah.
with
It's like
slime
a
right
weird
now.
slime sour candy and stuff. I don't know.
mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's
As
whatever.
far as candy on Valentine's Day, I like chocolate.
Yeah. I mean, I don't care, man. Candy is candy. I like chocolate.
I
I
like
don't
it all.
I remember cards a lot when I was a kid. I don't ever remember being like, oh, I got a Valentine from so and so. They got a crush. I don't remember any of that stuff. I was just like about the candy. Clearly, if you guys saw those proposal pictures, you would know. I just candy is good. And like, there's a lot of gummy candy. It's usually my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe I'm preparing for old age. I don't know. But yeah, I don't really. That's really what it was candy, man, and cool like X-Men Valentine's cards and
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
Spider-Man.
ones. You got to get the, you know, that's what I remember, man. Was that, and then I was never really one to, at least when I was a kid. I don't know about you, but did you guys when you were a kid doing that? Was it always like, so and so's got a crush on me or whatever? Did you ever experience that?
No, I don't think so. Not that I can.
Really?
No, I don't think
Nah.
so.
Nah.
My high school must
We're
be
lame.
weird.
Well, high school, yes, because you would buy the what are those flowers? Carnations.
Oh well,
You
yeah.
would, like send carnations
Yeah.
for $1.
Yeah, every year they would do that where like if you write you order so many.
I would just get them for my girlfriends though. I never got any from boys.
Oh, you know, I might have got some from boys. I don't know. But
Mr. Douglas, what the hell?
thanks for the flower, Mr. Douglas.
Dear guidance counselor, what?
But yeah, no, that was
I forgot about that.
I did. Yeah, that's cool. Did you guys ever do anything like that in your schools?
We
Like,
had we did. We had like you could order, I think it was carnations. I think one year was actually long stem roses. You could kind of like upgrade and do that. So some people went and like did that and they'd order like carnations and roses and you could see who got any, who didn't.
do you have a lot of flowers sent to you there in high school?
No, boys were scared of me.
Why is that?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't know. Some people are some guys are a little weird like that. They'll go, some of them
I
will
think that's
go
just a weird
for
age for everybody.
it is because you don't want to like get shot down. Like I sent this to her and she threw it in the trash, or or did whatever. So they kind of don't want that kind of stigma. But to me it was cool because I just go out and get candy and go to the comic shop. I did get one year, which was really cool. That was nice. It was sweet.
Right on. Yeah, man. Like I don't ever remember getting any of those. We just pulled pranks on everybody back then, man. Like I remember one year, and it's really stupid. We ended up like putting fish throughout the school, like real fish. Oh, I think
like in like the sink or
there was one of my buddies ended up putting a fish in the toilet in the girls' bathroom. So that was interesting. That's the kind of crap we did when we were kids. Like we did dumb things like that. Man, we weren't buying flowers for chicks. We were causing trouble and figuring out how we could like cause as much damage without actually getting caught. That's kind of what we were into. So
I do remember as a kid in like elementary school, there was always that one girl that get like extra Valentines, like a special Valentine's Day card, and it's like, okay, whatever.
There was usually like those usually a girl and a guy that would like everybody would like kind of give stuff to.
Our school was kind of different. If I go back to elementary, they would make us tape paper bags on the side of your desk, and you would give out if you had Valentine's, you would give them out when everyone went out for recess, and then you'd go out for recess. So it was trying to be very anonymous rather than going around the class going, like my acne? Please don't look at my tits. Here you go. No, I don't eat too much chocolate. Dear mom.
That's kind of a clever way to do it, I think.
Yeah, it is.
Did you ever get like the list of names? Because when I was in school, they would hand out, here's a list of names. So you can give everyone their Valentine's Day card. So you had to like write the name on the,
when it turned into homework and crap. Yeah, that was, are you kidding me? I just can't give them candy and be happy with that. I got to write all their names on these cards.
Yeah, like write the name on the card. So to make it personalized or some crap. I don't know. I don't know. I just remember getting that list. I'm like, do I have to freaking give the X person a Valentine's card? Can I like lace it with like glue or something? Or I didn't know what chocolate X-Lax was at the time, or I would have put that in there or so.
Now that's something we would have done.
That's a classic, right?
That's there. Like, here, I have some chocolate for everybody in the class. Why aren't you eating any chocolate? I'm all chocolated out. Here you go.
You enjoy.
As everybody runs to the one toilet on that floor of the school.
Wow, I am happy I wasn't any of your school. What was that?
Right?
We were savage, man. Like I am blown away. I mean, I'm blown away. I got through high school. Put it that way. I am beyond blown away that I made it through. So don't know how, but I did.
Yeah. I'm like, I made it through high school without slashing someone's tire. Like I'm not going to detention for your ass, but
yeah, I was gonna say we might have done that once or twice. I don't know.
My God.
Yeah.
Yep. I remember dragging it was powder puff. Remember we used to do that?
Yeah. Dress up.
Yeah, we would just go out to the soccer field and get drunk. That's basically what we would do.
He was nodding.
Yes, I was.
You're one of those guys, right? Okay, so I'll ask this question. So, Amber, what attracted you to Ords?
Oh, here we go.
Blink twice if you need authority.
What's not attractive about him? His eyes are beautiful. They're so blue.
Oh.
That's maybe the one feature. I'm like, all right, yeah, I'll give you that.
No, and his smile, and I love his beard and his hair.
I do nothing with it. I don't comb it. Guys,
his hair, yeah.
Or just take a compliment.
I love it. Like when you could even ask him, like when we first started dating,
Mhm.
Anytime we were together, I was always like rubbing his beard, like always.
Yeah, the
Playing
beard.
with his hair. I still do these things.
See, here's the trick for those of you who want advice when it comes to getting chicks or whatever.
Oh God.
Do nothing. Literally do nothing. Don't shave. Don't comb your beard. Don't comb your hair for weeks on end. All right. Maybe wear the same clothes 4 days in a row. Like, do
Whatever.
nothing.
He's a liar.
Because that's literally what I did, and here she is. I don't know.
No.
I'm waiting to wake up at some point, right?
Well, like in high school when we first started talking, I liked him so much, but he stopped talking to me. That's why our relationship never went any further, because I was being the bad girl at the time. I was like smoking and drinking, and I was way too young, and he was like Christian, like I can't be a part of that.
Right. This was before all the crazy. Before I let go.
And now he brews beer and smokes, so it's just like it's crazy to see how it ended up. But yeah, so it's kind of nuts.
Yeah, I went to church and stuff when I was younger.
Yeah.
And then like I think it was like what 15, maybe 14, 15 years old, maybe. As when around that time, and yeah, so she was like hanging out with this crowd of people who were drinking and smoking. I was like, I don't want to be a part of that. And then like apparently I had to play catch up, because from like 17 to like 25 is kind of a blur at this point. But yeah, I mean, it was just interesting how like we separated, and now like she said, because she was hanging out with the bad crowd smoking and drinking. Now I brew beer for a living and smoke
funny.
and like, you know, totally different from what I was back then, but yet still the same person. And I mean, she's always been the same person. So it really hasn't changed much. Like I remember stealing kisses back in the day from her. We were hanging out at her parents' house.
Totally.
Yeah. And it was like, it was a big deal to her. Like, you know, like you kiss somebody, you're like, oh, it's a kiss, whatever.
Not
you know?
me. I was like one of those girls, like, I don't just kiss anybody.
And
know?
yeah. And I remember one time I kissed her, and she about lost it. Oh, you know? When we were younger. So yeah.
Well, you can kind of understand that. You get a nice kiss from a guy you really like. It's like, oh my God, there's like angels in heaven singing, and there's like light even down and whatnot.
Yeah.
I think of the was it Jim Carrey's Ace Ventura, like the alrighty then. Oh God, good times.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was fun. It was fun. It was cool because I could like try to kiss her and like just tease her, because she'd always go, "Oh my God," you know. Like,
Yeah.
So it was fun, and then we kind of went our own ways, and I mean, I think it got to be like 10 years, maybe a little bit more. I mean,
probably like 15, actually.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
And then like you got married to somebody, and
Oh my God, look.
you like that? That's right.
I was wondering if he was going to bring that picture up to your man.
Oh my goodness.
That was Ords before the chocolate.
It was so funny because that Queen's Council, I don't know what got into me about doing what I did then, but did it anyway. And we're going through these pictures, and they're just like, who does this remind you of?
Oh my gosh.
And we all said, Ords. And
That's
then
right, yes, that is
Pat
me.
Stevens like, yeah, okay, hang on 1 second. Like, check the private chat. I'm like, oh my God, he put the picture up there.
You should see. I even DM'd it to Amber. Amber was like, yes.
Yes, please.
That is me, by the way. That's an actual picture of me.
Uh-huh.
The hair is you. Maybe.
No, that is legitimately all me. That is God's gift to me. So there you guys go, and that's my gift to all of you.
Yeah,
We're all very grateful.
if you look very closely on the nipples, it says stutter shock.
Oh, God.
Well, there you go. Yeah, I got that tattoo done last year. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's what you find attractive about me, huh? Just the hair.
I mean, I love every part of him.
Oh my!
Every part of him.
that's right.
I love his arms. They're my favorite.
I'm like, I don't know what.
She would say he's just a big teddy bear. I just like a big guy that I can hug. I'm like, yes, that's how it's done.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm like, I don't know what she likes about these arms. They look like chicken wings.
No, they're no.
Like I have a hard time picking the TV remote up.
He is.
She likes it when after I get out from the warm air and I'm sweating bacon grease and bacon gravy.
Oh my
And she's
God.
like,
That is
"It's
kind of
dinner."
hot. No,
Everything's better on bacon.
I do 12-ounce curls, so it's cool. It's all good.
That's a big hoagie.
So they,
So same question,
does not look-
Ords. Same question, Ords. So what attracted you to Amber?
well, I mean, I've always found her attractive, obviously, back in high school and whatnot. Well, it's funny because so she hits me up on Facebook after all these years, right?
Oh my gosh, guys.
And she doesn't.
Facebook is the devil. That's all I'm
Listen
saying.
to this.
No, but so she hits me up,
Mhm.
and she just doesn't have her last name or anything like on her profile. So she sends me this. Well, she said no. She sent me a message, is what it was at first,
Mhm.
and she just says Ords.
Because that's what I called him in high school. That's where Ords came from. I always called him Ords.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So so I was like, what the. I was like, I was like, what the hell? Because like it had been 15 years, you know,
So
like
he didn't respond. He didn't even respond. So then I posted it to his wall, and I was like, "Oh,
Oh shoot!"
like I was a little crazy."
well, and that, yeah, and then I think did I message you? I was like,
He said Amber who? And my whole world, like,
Oh no,
I
you
was
did!
just like, "Oh my God, he doesn't remember me."
It could have been worse though. He could have been like Ords and Amber, the stripper. I don't know. How did you get my number?
True.
I like your.
But then I told him, my maiden name, and then he was like,
Well, yeah. So she sends me that. I was like, send me a picture.
"Oh yeah."
So she sends me this picture. We're like this filter.
Well, Snapchat. I looked pretty in the picture. I wanted to.
I 100% agree with you on that. However, it was not recognizable to me, right?
Uh-huh.
So then you said the last name, and like literally the last, it like this rush of memories like flooded over me. I was like, oh my God, like that. Oh my God.
It's her.
Yeah.
I was totally like,
Yeah. It just, yeah. So I think you did send me another picture too, one without a filter.
yeah,
I was
I
like,
did.
yes, this is who I remember.
Yeah, those filters are something else because I
I
put a
know.
filter on one of my pictures. I'm like, oh my God, I don't know who this person is.
I know. After he's like, I don't really like the filters. I was like, okay.
Not a
And
filter
he's
guy.
right, because now I go back and I look at those and I'm like, yeah, you're right.
They don't even
Doesn't
look like you.
me.
Yeah.
So
So
then we just messaged each other and then we met up that following week. And
the same
Uh-huh.
place I proposed to her, by the way.
Yes.
Well, that's how you do it.
yes. It was
So did it have
Very
the same knee imprint from where you fell?
Yeah, there's definitely a crack in the sidewalk there.
The boardwalk.
oh my
Yeah, the
God.
boardwalk, exactly.
Perfect.
It's the boardwalk now. I've christened it with a
Crisco.
yeah. With Crisco. But what do I find attractive about her? Well, obviously she's beautiful. But
Yes.
if you really want to get into the potatoes of it, it's
Mhm.
she just looks out for me. She puts up with me. Like I can be very difficult to live with. There are things that set me off pretty easily, especially when I'm having a hard time like dealing with stuff emotionally. She's very good at dealing with that and understanding that and not coming at me for it. And that to me is extremely attractive because it's what I've looked for when it comes to relationships. And every relationship before this has not been that.
And that.
And so that to me is like, wow, like somebody actually put up with my craziness. Like because I'm pretty wild and out there, and like I'm the kind of guy who will sit in the car for 10 minutes and listen to music while we're in the driveway, screaming and yelling the song. I'm just
It's
really
awesome. I love that about him. Can I interrupt real quick?
yeah.
One thing that
It's
he
your
does
show
that-
too.
That is super cute. He always, anytime we're in the car, he plays like
Mhm.
the drums or like the guitar, and it's like I love it.
I just want to make it point out she interrupted me, guys. All right, she interrupted me. All right.
Welcome to the Valentines episode starring
Yes.
Ords and Amber and Ords.
Yeah, we keeps it real on here.
Can I-
It's fine. She's totally cool. Like she's earned it, man.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah.
And this is true for both of you, both of your opinions. When it comes to relationship, do you find it more attractive when the person is actually making eye contact and listening to what you're saying, or someone who shows their loyalty because they want to get to know you more?
I think that's an interesting question. If you're talking about us specifically,
I'm really bad at eye contact.
No, I'm talking about Abraham Lincoln and all his wives. That's where I'm going with this. No, yes, I'm
wives
talking
did he
about
have,
you
dude? Was he a player?
two. I'm not getting into that right now.
All right.
Anyway,
He's gonna make it really
yeah.
over.
Okay. So specifically, the eye contact thing. I don't know. I think it's attractive.
I mean, she looks at you like she looks at you for you and not looks through you when you're having like conversation. It makes you feel like you guys are relating.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We relate all the time. Like even today, like earlier, we were talking and I was explaining what my issue was this morning. You know, and like I said, sometimes you just need to hear that, like, man, that really sucks. Like I understand where you're coming from. That sucks. And people who constantly try to like fix things drives me nuts. She's very good at like knowing when to interject and when not to interject, and that to me that's attractive. You know what I mean? Because like she's right. Sometimes I just need to like back off and have my moment. But she's like, I could say something like mean or whatever to her, and not that I'm like mean. And I always try to make a point to tell her like it's not you. I'm just dealing with me. She's understanding of that, and she never holds it against me, which I think is a very attractive quality because
So she doesn't take it personal.
right, yeah, it's one of those things. I think we all could take it personally really easily,
Yeah.
and get carried away. But nah, she just looks out for me, man, and she's just perfect. I don't know how to explain.
You love her.
She's beautiful, so she's easy to like look at. It's very. The attraction is there, the physical attraction, everything is there, but to get to really deep dive down in it, like she puts up with me, man, and I even when I have a hard time putting up with myself, so that's probably the biggest thing that I find attractive about her is the ability to navigate the emotions, even though she deals with a lot in her own mind, in her own world, and all the stuff that she's been through in her life. But then to accept me for how I am, which there wouldn't be a lot of people out there. At least I haven't seen them, which is why I'm not with them and why I'm with her. So that is probably the most attractive quality to her is that she just puts up with it, man, fights through it.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot either.
Oh, it's all good, dude. I love the on the spot questions, man. I love that stuff.
Then
I prefer mustard, just so you know.
I don't know where you're going with this, but no.
You know where I was going with it, fat Steven Seagal.
I just had the worst Robot Chicken skit pop in my head. Yeah, it has the juices flowing all over. Yeah.
I do like robot.
I don't think I saw that episode of Robot Chicken.
Now let us ask you guys a question, and I want you guys to answer it individually here. We'll start with Fat Steven Seagal because we'll get the funnies out of the way. When you're looking at somebody like your potential relationship, whatever, what's the quality that you look for mostly aside from like looks and all of that stuff? Is there something deep down that you really need? Because like me, obviously, I need somebody to accept me for me and understand what I need when it comes to my time. What is it for you, Fat Steven Seagal, that you need somebody to have like deeper down than just looks?
That's a hard one because it's not just accepting me for me. It's accepting the fact that I have physical limitations from the car accident.
Gotcha.
I have huge loyalty and trust issues because of the last ex I had who was abusive. Like I can actually say that I was in that type of relationship where it was every day, my friends don't like you, I'm the only one who love you, oh I hate you. It was constant put downs, right? Emotionally and physically. It was bad. This was like for 6 years. but it's accepting me for me, accepting my faults. I guess it's like with every relationship, but I want to know that if I'm going to start being with someone, eventually if it reaches the point of marriage, is that I'm not going to have that loyalty and trust betrayed and used against me as a weapon.
So
I can't take myself thrown at me. I already know my faults. I want someone that sees me and is happy to be with me.
So just like that like knowing that trust, like you don't have to question it at all.
Yeah. I don't want to wake up the next morning and find a knife in my back, whether it be emotionally or something else.
I got you.
It makes you second guess why you put all the time and effort into that person.
No, definitely, man. And that's another reason why I think like we work together is like there isn't a moment of my day that I have to worry about somebody else or her doing something to take me down or do something to hurt me. Like, and I think I've done almost everything in my my ability that I know of to make sure she knows that like I'm with you. My job is to be supportive and there for you, the family, and my YouTube channel. That's my life. I don't even care about my work. Whatever. Whatever. Yeah. But yeah. So I know that I think that's a good point, man. I think that's a good thing to have is that 100% trust, because I think that's hard to come by these days. Is the ability to trust somebody 100%, no questions asked. It's rare. It's rare.
I'm going to add quickly before you go to the rain. It's also because I'm on disability, right? And I was working part-time. That got taken away in November when the whole stuff that's been happening, right? So when I also look at myself, I look at who's going to want to have a relationship, but also realize I can't be a full provider, but not hold it against me that I didn't have a choice of how I am now.
Right.
Again,
it's like beating yourself up, but you're also trying to give yourself to another person without them trying to. It's a very tough cycle to break, and I know a lot of people go through this, and it takes time. But I don't see that person coming because of the way things are now, because we're so isolated.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. With everything going on in the world, it makes it difficult. We came together at a really perfect time.
The stars synced.
Yeah, it was weird. It was weird how it happened. And we've gone through a lot. Especially with 2020, I've lost friends. We've lost friends with not like through death or anything, but through like just the political climate and everything. So, yeah, but we've supported each other through it all. And yes, a good point, Steven. You definitely need somebody that you can trust 100%, especially like with her, like, she'd probably prefer me to be at the house than at my job.
Yes, I would.
So it's one of those things that, like, knowing that if the day comes where I've had enough of my work, she's like, we'll figure it out. You're good.
Yeah, because when if you don't feel happy in your work, it's not going to do you any good to stay within it. So
Agreed.
But at the same time, when he gets home from work, he has you, and it becomes that friendship as well as relationship. The last thing you want out of a relationship is realizing you just got off work and you're going home and expecting another job because you don't know what's going to come.
I can probably guarantee you that if it wasn't for her at this point, with how I feel about like my job and everything, and it's fast, even we've talked a little bit about that.
I know we have.
The way I feel, I'd probably be a raging alcoholic. You know what I mean? Like, I probably would, just because I didn't, like, she's my rock. When I come home, I can push all that away, and she's here. Like, something as simple as like
decompress, and it's your space. It sounds cliche, but safe space. But it's kind of like what it is. You get home and you just,
So she's your rock, and he's your teddy bear.
I like this.
How's it? You are my rock.
Rock and Teddy.
Teddy bear.
Rock and Teddy.
There you go.
So
sorry, I love Paul Simon. So, but yeah, it's nice. It can be something as simple as like there'll be days where I come home and like she'll take my shoes off for me. I know that
love
it sounds weird, but it's relaxing. I can sit down, relax
for y'all.
Yeah,
This is turning to 50 Shades of why can't I find this? What the hell?
Steven, I don't deserve it. I
do deserve it. You do deserve it. She wouldn't let you into her life close to her kids if she didn't think you were worthwhile.
That's true.
And you got to tell yourself that every day.
Absolutely.
Amber, like even I think Lorena can agree with this because of how she's talked to Amber probably more than I have. Amber is, in the way you described her, she has a very protective motherly instinct, and her kids are probably more important than her jobs. So if she let you in and actually be around them so much, she does see something worthwhile. She sees something that's a potential that can make her kids and her better as a life as a whole.
The best is, and I know that she really likes this, is when me and the kids have Nerf wars.
Oh my gosh.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, it's the best, dude.
That sounds amazing.
And another thing, my 4-year-old, the youngest one, he wants to be just like Ord. Like when we're in the car, it melts my heart.
Yeah.
So, like he listens to, like, my son calls it rock and roll, where they're like head banging and doing the drugs. My 4-year-old's in the back seat just copying his every move. And then he even says, "I love you, Jordan. I love you, Jordan." It's so cute. So I love it. My kids
is precious. Oh,
They adore me and tell them, like, get in your room, you're grounded.
But they need that because they don't get that.
Yeah.
So,
No, it's cool. And like I guess I just try to, when it comes to the kids, and like using our relationship to like expand on that, like I have to show her that I am able to do these things, you know, and I feel like when I came into the picture, the kids had kind of taken over a little bit. And there were things that I saw that I was like, no, like this is just my opinion, but I don't think we should be doing this. I like, in particular, just real quick, one story. We were sitting down for pizza somewhere, and she had the little one, and this was when he was like 2.5, and she had the little one. It's weird, man, to think that he's 5 now. That, wow, 3 years. Anyway, so he's like sitting on her lap, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "Well, I'm letting him eat." I'm like, "Why aren't you eating?" Oh, because I said no. Put him in a high chair. He'll deal. You need to eat too. Everybody here needs to eat, and he needs to understand that you got to eat, and he can sit in a chair. And that was kind of
just normal for me to let him hang on me, and I didn't want him to cry. I just wanted to comfort him.
Because when they're that little, you know, when they're that little, it's like you kind of want them, you know.
Let me give you a detriment to that, okay? I have a nephew. He is about 16 or 17 now, and he still holds his mom's hand. So there's a detriment to not, like what Ords is saying. I'm not saying you're doing that, but I've seen the representation of, I'm not using this to insult, like,
a little extreme.
Yeah.
It was bad. He had a lot of separation. Like if I left a room, he would cry. So I mean, yes, and he is
some kids
so
get like that.
far now with Ord helping, and both of us, I think, just sticking to the structure and the.
Then, Amber, what do you see in Ords? And I'm not talking about the beard.
She can't see in the beard, bro. It's too thick.
It's because it eats pencils, but that's
it does eat pencils.
But Amber, you smile so much. What do you see in him that makes you smile so much?
I'm not good at this.
It's your turn.
Try.
Way to go.
I love his sense of humor. I love how he's so silly and funny. But I also love how he can be stern and like take charge. I like that about him.
There's a fine line between those two things.
I don't know, and he's just very supportive of me. We've been through some things, you know. I quit my job and got another one and lost that job, and he just never let me give up.
She's like, I feel so bad. I'm like, oh, whatever. Sit around and eat Cheetos all day. I don't care.
I felt terrible. I've never not worked in my life. So to experience that, I felt like I failed our family.
Well, and there's plenty of days that I haven't worked in mine. So I'm like, damn, whatever. Take a few off, man. It's cool. I'm not
I can get it though, because when my job ended, right, I've been working for 4 years, right, and when the disability and the car accident, I had to give up the couriering, right, and everything started falling apart. It's not the job you're losing; it's losing the sense of self and the importance of where you fit in the world and structure, and it's devastating.
That's
It
absolutely
was.
true.
And he just kept, like, you're good. You'll find something. You got this.
Yeah, and then she's got people throwing offers at her left and right, like, we're going to pay you this much money. Wait, how much are they wanting to pay you? We'll match it. Like, it's crazy, man. And me, I'm like,
I've been blessed.
I should have not partied in my 20s. I should have just, like, kept working and not do all those drugs and drink all that alcohol. So
Hashtag sugar mama.
But it is true. It's like when you lose a job like that, especially if you have kids,
Yes.
it's like a double gut punch.
It's a
when that
panic
happens.
attack.
That's weighing on you, and you're like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do?
well, and that's kind of where I felt you needed a break. Like, whatever, man. You worked your butt off and you put yourself in a position that you could do that. So it was like, you ain't gonna see me harassing you about it. Like, I don't want anybody, if I take a few days off of work, I don't want anybody crawling up my butt to, like, get back to work,
So Amber worked her butt off so Ords can get his butt bigger.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that she worked her butt off so that if she wanted to do that, she could. That's all I'm saying.
We both
Gotcha.
And I, like, I've never. She looks out for me. That's all I gotta say. She takes care of me. She makes sure I got everything I need.
Right.
It looked like
I don't know what else to say. I mean, other than the fact that, like,
you've said a lot, bro. I'm not trying to put you on the spot. It's just nice. It's nice seeing the awkwardness. It's great because that was the point.
It's real. It's realistic. I mean, there's so many people who kind of like act fake about their relationship.
Or
you
they're-
guys are really real. So
Like you're
I
not
appreciate
overly crazy. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Rand, but like you're not like over like, oh, I love you, Muffin. No, you're my Schmoopy. No, you're my Schmoopy.
Well,
you're my Schmoopy.
That's kind of obnoxious.
No. I don't think it's ever obnoxious.
No, not from you, Amber. No.
No. I think
it's
Ords
never
secretly.
been that
I think
way.
Ords right now has like the hardest nipples right now. When I started saying that, because he's like, I like that stuff so much. The
Oh
cutesy
my
lips.
god, Lorena.
what just happened?
You gotta put like those beads. You guys ever seen that one episode of Friends where Monica gets so wasted she puts the beads in her hair? She goes, "Listen to me, I sound like the Jamaica." You gotta do that to Ords when he's sleeping. Just put beads in his hair so he wakes up like one of those beaded curtains.
I mean, I'm totally cool
I
with beads in my
remember
hair.
when Makani was like, does Ords get up in the morning and like whip his hair? Like, I'm like, maybe.
No, it's like-
he would do it if I asked him.
It's
to.
literally like this, like, get it out of my way.
When you guys go to the beach, does he turn into slow-mo when he's like Baywatch when he's running towards the water?
Let me tell you something. Ords has never seen the ocean. So
What?
I
Never.
You say something else.
I need to. I want to take it.
Ords has never seen a speedo. Is that what
She
you
just wants me to come out of the water all sexy.
Yes, she does, and I don't blame her. Yes, she
eating a
does.
soggy cheeseburger?
It'll be like the scene from Little Mermaid, but except like fat hairy guy coming out the rock. Yeah.
Wait. Noted.
I
Ords
remember when we
is
met up that day.
mermaid.
That day we met up after all these years. I'm looking in my rearview mirror and I saw him pull up, and I'm watching him get out of the car.
Yeah.
His hair was like so long, and it was summer for real. His hair was like blowing, and I'm like, oh my god, how am I gonna talk to him? How am I gonna look at him? Oh my god! And then like he took his sunglasses off, and I was like, I can't look at you. Can you put your sunglasses back on?
Oh, good lord!
It's true. It's so true. It was so like I was.
She had the guts to tell me to put my sunglasses back on, but not to actually have a conversation with me.
I did have a conversation with him, but he had to have his sunglasses on.
Oh, we gotta get Ords a speedo. That'd be funny.
Oh,
Oh my god!
You don't want that.
it's like I don't think you ought to do that.
You don't want to see Ords in a speedo.
I mean,
She does. That's what I'm
Well,
saying.
Board shorts.
That's
Board
different.
shorts.
That's different.
that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so Lorena hasn't answered the question yet.
Sorry.
Ah, crap. I thought I was gonna get away with it.
Ah,
You know she's gonna edit this out so the Dark Council can't take notes, right?
yeah, they're gonna be. They will be taking notes.
Totally seen through my plan. What was the question again?
What do you look for?
Yeah. When instead of like obviously physical attraction, obviously that is part of it. But what is it that when you're looking deep down underneath the skin for a potential relationship, what is it you're looking for?
That's a good question. It really boils down to the person being happy with who they are and where they are
So
in
confidence.
life. Confidence and, confidence and comfort with where you are. Because I've dealt with people who they're never satisfied. So they tend to get jealous very, very easily, no matter where you are, whether it's, I'm in college at that time, or whether I'm at my first job at that time, or whether that, I'm further up in my career at that time. If you're not happy with who you are, you will always try to find fault in the other person. I have this thing where I say, people are like, oh, well, you're a pretty girl. It's like, yeah, a pretty girl is pretty until she disagrees with you.
That's
That's a
bull.
good-
No, I disagree with that, and I'm not saying it because I heard what you said, but a
What do you
pretty
mean?
girl is only a shell. At the same time, if you're only seeing the shell, you're not seeing what they've accomplished, where they are now, and how they got there. It's not just the pretty; it's the intellect. Because some people actually find the intellect as well as how they speak to you and look at you as a sexual attraction or even an emotional attraction. There's more than just the shell. And I'm not saying you're just an M&M on the outside. There's more to an M&M, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And that
Sorry,
makes,
weird
that makes
compliment.
sense.
Threw her
But
off.
how
Threw her off.
but how it is it's just like, oh, you're great, you're wonderful, this is great and everything, until what happens when I have that argument with you? What
Yeah,
happens when I have that disagreement with you? Now all of a sudden I'm not as pretty as I was. I'm not as so and so as I was. So
Wow.
what do you do with that? You
it
have
kind
some
of
of them.
harkens back to the whole like people not being able to have a conversation or take criticism and at least with us, like we always criticize each other,
Which was hard for me in the beginning because of my past.
yeah.
Mhm,
But Ords was sensitive in that aspect, and
mhm.
I've come a long way, and I think it works well for us because you do need to. You're not always right, and sometimes that's not easy to hear.
No, especially me, because I always think I'm right. It's the engineer in me. I always think I'm right unless you can give me irrefutable evidence that I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Then I gotta suck
Yeah.
it up and eat it. But
And
other
that's
than
what I tried
that,
to do. Yeah,
He does, and
that's what I tried to do.
yeah, I think it's good to
Mhm.
be able to accept that back and forth.
yeah. But
Yeah,
it's like when
she'll-
people. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Ors.
Oh no, I was gonna say she'll call me out on my crap, man. No
Mhm.
doubt about that. If I'm being ridiculous, she'll
Mhm.
there's a tone. Like when she's concerned, and then when she's like, "All right, enough's enough," there's a tone, and it's usually the same words she uses to end the situation.
Mhm.
But anybody watching this,
Yeah.
listen to the tone.
It's a mom
Yeah.
thing, right, Lorena?
I would also
It
like to.
is.
I would also like to apologize, Raina, if I spoke out of line. I wasn't trying to discern what you were saying either.
No, I totally get where you're coming from, because
Yeah, totally.
one of the difficult things is that some people will just see. Like
Mhm.
I joke, I say, I've been the trophy girlfriend. I've done that for a while. It wasn't fun. I got freaking bored. And if you don't see
You.
what's on the inside, yeah, it's like that. It's like that axiom: beauty fades, but dumb is forever.
Yep.
So it's like if you don't appreciate that and see what's further deep down, and that's what you attach to, it's like it's not going to work. And again, it goes back to, I look for someone who's happy with what their life is now. It could be like, you know what, I'm working a job I don't like right now, but I'm going to be doing X, Y, and Z. So while I'm not where I want to be right now present, I'm happy with the progress that I'm making there, as opposed to the person who's just like, they're never satisfied. They get jealous of their partner, how well they're doing, or even when they're not doing well, that they can't be supportive. And they'll try to sabotage you, self-sabotage and all that. So if you're not happy with your life, it's not something that I want to be involved with. So that's kind of what definitely what I look for. And obviously a sense of humor, because depending on if I like you or not, that's kind of how my humor level goes. So it can be very self-depreciating humor to kind of make someone feel better, or if you're being a real asshole, then I can do it darker.
Just kick it up a notch.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, no, that's a very valid point. I think that the ability to criticize one another and not take it personally. I wouldn't say art form, but it's definitely
Skill.
yeah, it's a skill.
Yeah.
It's you got to learn each other. You know, you got to know what's okay because, like, you know, I can't go into a conversation with her talking like about like the way I talk to my friends. You know what I mean? Like the way I talk with Fat Steven Seagal on Sundays is not the way that I'm gonna talk with
You're
her.
like, what? Who do you think you're talking to?
Like if Fat Steven messes up, I'm like, stop being stupid, Fat Steven. Like I'm not gonna be like, yo, Amber, stop being stupid. Like I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, I mean those are both very good points. I think definitely something to consider. Now, the confidence, at least somebody. Okay, so for people watching this who may be out there looking for love or maybe just trying to get to know somebody a little bit better, I think the advice and maybe you ladies can expand upon this. Confidence is key. Sense of humor is also key. You that goes a long way. All right, the ability to make somebody laugh is such an attractive quality. At least this is what I've noticed when it comes to women, and what I've learned is that if you can make them laugh, that's one foot in the door.
Question?
Yeah.
If that's the case, if they're laughing at you when you first get naked in front of them, is that still making them laugh, or is that a bad sign?
Well, I guess that all depends on the individual.
Are they if they're pointing? Is it?
But
bad?
I think that maybe women are a little more forgiving of that sort of thing than men might be. I don't know. That's just maybe I don't know.
So no koala underwear.
Oh no, dude, totally go koala all day, man. That's cute. Never go wrong with cute animals. All right, that's always a win in the book.
But the bows will throw people off, right? It's like wearing a pair of corduroys and all the rivets disappear.
But yeah, no, I mean, and you had said something about like being happy. Just you being yourself as an individual, I think goes a long way. Goals are also like you even mentioned. Like if this person is just kind of dragging themselves through life and not really, they don't have any goals or aspirations, or they don't have any hobbies outside of what you normally do. Having hobbies, having goals are a huge thing. Women, from what I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, love a man who has drive, who has goals.
Yeah, women love a man with a plan.
Right.
Yeah.
So anybody listening, get a plan together, do something, have some goals, and don't stray away from those goals. I wouldn't say make those goals more important, but like we constantly have this conversation when it comes to YouTube stuff where it's like she has to remind me to balance that, and I think that's a good thing that she has to do that because, like, again, for the first time in my life, I'm passionate about doing something that I literally think of the time I wake up to the time I go to bed. I think about my channel. That's all I ever think about. Like I was like having nightmares about like not being prepared for drunk stream tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like I was tossing and turning thinking about it this morning. So yeah, having goals I think is a big deal for anybody listening. Have some passion, have some goals for the content creators out there. If you're not sure where to take your channel, find something you're passionate about, be yourself, and your personality will shine. It will draw people to you, albeit men or women. And everything in between. So,
especially confidence when you talk about that, because if you have passion in what you're doing, that confidence comes along, comes along with it. Like I've told somebody, I think I told this on a stream before. I used to go salsa dancing before the Wu-Tang flu, popped off. So you have some women who will just ask guys to dance. I don't do that. You have to be alpha and come to me. So you have some guys who just, hello. So anyway, some women are like freaked out, just like, oh, you can just go and ask somebody. I'm like, no. I look at like this. I smile. I make eye contact. You can make the effort to come over and do that because that's part of the whole courtship routine. Exactly. It's kind of how it is. So you have some guys who are like, no, not going to ask her. I'm going to go ask her friend. I'm like, okay, what my breath doesn't stink or, whatever. I look okay. And you finally get that one person who will come over, may not look, super attractive, but will come over, be very polite, look you dead in the eye and say, would you like to dance? And you do. And then everybody starts hating on that one dude because he actually had the confidence to go over there and do that.
That's what's up.
And especially the way
that's what's
things are going now, like it's even harder for males even to approach females because they've been put in this this role of your genitals are bad. That the male trope is bad. Holding the door is bad, and it's like we were raised to respect women, especially when, like for me, it was like holding the door is the first thing you see. You see it in older movies, you see it in shows.
Oh yeah, chivalry. Chivalry.
Yeah.
I
It's
go to
not
the
white
gym,
knighting being
and
polite.
there's like 5 or 6-year-old boys that open and hold the door, and I say thank you so very much. That's so gentlemanly of you.
Mhm.
You know?
Oh yeah. I think that was one thing that I was taught, and that might have been some of the religious upbringing, but it was chivalry was a thing, and you held the door open for ladies. And then when you hear things like, "I don't need the door held for me," like, no, I know you don't, but I was trying to be polite and courteous because it's not just women. I do. I mean, I do it for everybody.
Yeah.
The best is like when the people that don't say anything, they just walk through the door. And then you say really out loud, like as the door shuts, you're like, "You're welcome,"
It's funny because in the South, that stuff is expected.
Right?
Like people get freaking people like get offended. It's like you didn't hold the door open for ladies. You're supposed to open the door, for ladies. It's like there's numerous things that you're supposed to do.
That doesn't happen where we're at.
Yeah.
But I do it anyway to set the tone and even when I go through a drive-through, I mean, I think the other day I went through a drive-through. It was like, it was really nice, and the woman was like, she said before I left, she was like, "Thank you for being so nice. Not everybody, pretty much everybody, has not been this nice today. I appreciate that." You never know when you're gonna make somebody's day, change somebody's day with that.
That's true.
I definitely am all for the chivalrous nature that should be when it comes to looking out for your ladies. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, I don't know. People think it's like sexist to I'm gonna go warm the car up for you.
But I like it. Like, I want to be the one to make dinner. I want to be the one to clean. I want to be the one to do laundry. You do the manly stuff. Like, you mow the grass. You heat up the car.
Oh, like, absolutely. All this snow that we got outside. I was like, you know what? If I could have some dude go out there, shovel, the snow off the car, have it all nice and all that. You get handmade sandwich, drink, dessert. What else you want?
All that stuff, and he gets his reward.
When Ords goes to warm up the car, does he actually warm up the car, or does he just sit there and let one rip?
There was one time.
Why does it smell like Cheetos?
I have no problem picturing Ords doing that.
Oh my gosh!
I just picture the nutty professor going, "Go warm up the car." There you go.
It's oh god, it's so
Between
juvenile,
him
but
and
it's
the
hilarious.
boys, someone's always doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's another thing: if you're dating somebody and they can't laugh at a good fart joke, throw them back.
Oh my god! All I got is laughter. I gotta keep it.
So you were talking, I think it was you, Fat Steven, you were talking about. It's funny you just said that, throwing it back, because it was basically, I think, again, to the audience listening, if you, as a man, if you come to one of these women who don't appreciate that sort of thing, then they're not worth being with. Just walk away. It's going to save you a lot of time, a lot of heartache, a lot of pain to just walk away from somebody like that. Now, like if you're with somebody who likes to do things for themselves, okay, that's cool. But if they can't appreciate you opening the door for them, or shoveling the snow for them, or going to get the mail because the mailbox is a freaking mile away from the house, if they can't appreciate those things, they're never going to appreciate the person that you are. Just
exactly.
That's so true.
Never settle when it comes to relationships. Never settle, people, because that's when you become miserable. Please. And I know for some people who feel lonely out there, it's very difficult to pass something up. But trust me, if you stay true to yourself, you will find somebody who loves you for you. And just don't settle. Don't settle.
You don't want to lose your soul.
Right. No, you don't, because that's the only thing everyone still owns.
It's just like you get like sucked out little by little by little by little,
Yeah.
just by, you know, settling. And you see people out there like that. It's really sad. I know one time I went to a restaurant and this couple were together, but they weren't even talking to each other.
Yep.
And it's just like, that's so unfortunate that, you know, you're spending time together, but you're not together. And maybe it's just that, you know, you wound up settling and you wind up, you know, giving in piece by piece by piece until there's hardly anything of you left.
You got one life, man. Only one life. You are on this planet for a few dozen trips around the sun, man. That's it. That's all you got. So I feel bad for those people who exist in that paradigm where you've been together for 30 years and you got nothing to talk about or nothing. I mean,
the kids leave and there's strange. Who's the stranger in my house?
Mm-hmm.
See, the other thing I want to ask you guys, like, you guys all remember the first date scenarios, right? With this someone new, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever reached the point where in the meal it gets to that quiet point and you can tell that the opposite side of the table is looking at you and seeing whether there's a future, and you can tell by the look in their eyes that you know this isn't going to go anywhere?
I've never really experienced that, but that could be because I've never really like paid attention or been like vigilant of that sort of thing. Yeah, I never really. Have you?
No, I haven't really. No.
Yeah.
I haven't really run into that. Usually it's been a couple of dates until that point, actually.
I'll tell you this, after a few times of like spending time with somebody, oh yeah, I mean you definitely know if this is like a, you know, color of the week or flavor of the week, or if it's somebody who's going to be around a while typically.
Yeah, that first date. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Ords.
No, I was just going to say, Fat Steven, I'm pretty sure people have seen the opposite, where like, well, I don't know about this, I don't think it's going to go anywhere, and then maybe ends up turning into something that's really great, and that you're glad it does that. You know, I think you know, it takes a while to really get to know somebody. I mean, because at the beginning of a relationship, I think everybody's really almost in that honeymoon phase that
you're kind of like on your best, you know, on your best behavior, and it's like everything they say is just great. You know, everything they say is just wonderful. Yeah. And it takes a while until they say the wrong thing, and you're just like, what the heck?
Yeah, and then you
so,
the
honeymoon's over.
So what you're saying is, if you're getting that kind of feeling and someone's already judging a future, that's a first of a red flag that they're already trying to predict what they expect you to be, and it's not actually looking at you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, in a sense, I think that's a good way to put that. At least with me, I try not to have any expectations, even though I do. Obviously, as a human being, I have expectations of Rosebud. I have expectations of others, but I think my biggest thing, especially in our relationship, is even though I have expectations, is to not let those expectations affect the overall outcome of any given moment or day or situation. Where, like, I may expect dinner to be done when I get home, but if it's not, like, that's not her fault. Or that's not, you know, dumb arigato, Mr. What was I saying?
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs. Yeah.
Well, now
the expectation, I think, when it comes to relationship. Yeah.
If dinner's not done when you get home.
Yeah, just using that as an explanation or as an example, like
misogynistic.
Like I expect to come home. I mean, she doesn't necessarily have to be home when I get home, but at the end of the day, I expect, you know, my lady to be in bed next to me. And those sorts of expectations, I think, are healthy, as long as you're understanding of, like, it doesn't happen.
Like if I don't do the dishes right after dinner.
Yeah, like I don't.
Like there's some leeway. You can't be like militant, like, oh well, you didn't get up and do the dishes, you know, right away as soon as
right. And just like her, like she expects me to get the lawn done, right? Mm-hmm. Now, like if I don't get it done today, like she's like, all right, whatever, just get it done tomorrow. It's cool, whatever. Like I think that is a very important part of a relationship too. Is the knowing was you got to know when to hold them. You got to know when to.
You don't want somebody who's controlling,
Right,
No.
right.
Didn't you eat yesterday?
Yeah. Which is
This is
sad
ridiculous.
because I can guarantee there are relationships like that out there. Which is,
Yeah. I've been in a few.
Done that.
They're like, I'm going to work. They're following you. Like, well, I thought you were going to work. I gotta get gas. What are you doing?
They're like
following?
calling you and what were you doing here? But it's like, okay, you know
Uh-huh.
what? This is not working. All right.
Mm.
This is not going to work because if you can't trust somebody and you have to resort to controlling somebody, that's not a healthy. That's not a healthy.
right,
relationship.
right. Hey, I think the best thing you can do when it comes to a relationship, be yourself, be confident in that. Don't let anybody tell you that that being you is not right. Because being me has gotten me a lot. It has gotten me a long way. Part of with the YouTube thing, especially with Amber here, is learning that it's okay to be myself, and people are drawn to that. People are drawn to you being yourself. So if you're a weird little nerd who likes weird things, and be a weird little nerd who likes weird things.
Yeah.
Because guess what? There is a counterpart to you out there who's a weird little nerd that likes weird things.
Yeah, because I see it all the time at conventions.
I just hope they're not 400 pounds and stuck in a Wonder Woman costume.
I want to see Fat Steven Seagal as Wonder Woman. That would be great.
Yeah, no.
That's something right there.
I want to see Fat Steven happy. That's what I want.
Well, don't ever stop looking, buddy. You'll get there. You'll find something.
I know.
You've already found me, so you're halfway there.
Yeah, just be yourself.
Yeah.
It sounds like boring advice, but it's very true because you want someone to be attracted to who you truly are, not the front you want to put up, not thinking that, okay, I have to be this super cool guy because there's this other super cool guy over here who seems to get all the girls, but does he though?
Right.
Right.
You know?
I mean, look, right here. This is the evidence right here. This beautiful creature sitting next to me. This is the evidence. If you just be yourself, goofy, weird, bearded weirdo. There, right there. Look at her.
That's so romantic. Calling your other half a creature.
A creature.
I find
You
creatures
know
sexy. Sorry.
No lie, one of my favorite animated cartoons is Shrek.
There you go.
Oh, that is the best.
There you go. Just saying. No, she's. I mean, like,
Just watch the movie.
It's so good.
if anybody knows me, they would know that, like, I don't deserve her, but I have her. Be yourself, people. Be yourself.
Exactly.
So if there's any women out there that aren't 400 pounds and need a forklift to get to the fridge and like Sailor Moon, the lines are now open. Because I did find the original
Fat
Deke
Steven
Dubs.
Seagal.
No, I did find the original Deke Dubs, like not the Viz Media. I found the original
Nice.
first season, and that was a good day.
And if you're happy with your life and over 6'3", come talk to me.
I'm 6'4". Is that why I'm here? Because I'm 6'4"?
Probably.
Oh, okay, cool. Here's your rock climbing kit, and here's your Mount Everest flag. Enjoy.
Oh, well, guys, it has been just so wonderful having you two. It's not an understatement. You guys are like my favorite couple on YouTube.
Thank you.
I love seeing you guys together. Ords, when you're running your gaming stream, and Amber's in the chat, welcoming everybody and keeping stuff up and running.
It's
love
definitely
it.
a team
great.
effort, and we're actually. I was actually talking. I forget who I was talking to about it, but I want to get Keshik Amber into more pop culture stuff that she hasn't seen. She's got like 30 some odd years of missing out on it. So we might be doing like what I would call, or what I want to dub, the Queen and I watch parties, where we do like Star Trek or Lord of the Rings or something along those lines, where like, and I'm gonna get with Fat Steven because he's been pay attention to Fat Steven's channel, everybody, because he's got some cool stuff coming up when it comes to watch parties, and he's a mastermind. But so him and I are gonna be talking. But yeah, I want to get her more involved, and I think people would really enjoy the whole couples aspect,
Absolutely.
of the watch party. And I know she gets invited on streams, and I'm like sitting here like, what about old Ordsy back here? Like, and she's like, I gotta go to a stream. Bye.
It's perfect because there's this one channel called After Work Reactions, and usually it's this one guy, but usually he'll have him and his wife, and they'll watch stuff and react to it. It's hilarious. It's a great shtick. So I can't wait for you guys to do.
Yeah, and like I said, I know people have been asking for more of her, and she's gonna end up taking over the channel, and I'm gonna be the guy that she tells what to do. So.
No. If you're gonna go, if you're gonna go to the watch party route, especially as a couple, you should just call it date night.
Yeah, I like the Queen and I though.
You can still have the Queen and I's date night or something like that. They can have. Well, I don't know. It's just an idea.
That's not a bad idea.
No, but you have a nice idea because then when your kids get old enough, if they want to, you can actually have a family night.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you 2 chicken nuggets if you come.
The chicken nuggets are dead.
Lorena.
Ords. Okay, I'm gonna lay this straight out to people so they understand. I work for Lorena because I approached her and I said she needed help, right? So my loyalty is because she trusts me and actually listens, and we can actually have honest discussions. I work for her because she what's the word, respects what I do and how much I try to put forth effort.
Oh yeah,
but you already have that loyalty at the same time because you not only kicked my ass with the GoFundMe, but you kicked my ass and given me a chance to actually come on your streams. That's why when you ask for something, you don't have to ask me to hire you. You just got to ask that you need help, and I'll either say yes or no.
I just wanted to throw in a chicken nugget joke. That's all.
What the hell? I'm good, but I'm going to be dead honest. A lot of people think I'm like only subjugated to one person. No, my loyalty is to those who treat me with the same respect. So it's always there.
Absolutely.
She wants
Let me see.
Ords, of course.
She's over there.
This is Ords girl right here.
Yeah. Oh, she's so cute.
Same amount of hair.
She's so cute.
I think I might have a little bit more.
She's the best.
Mine is hiding in front of the television set. The black one is there, so you can't see her. She's like,
Emmy, say hi.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to have to start doing that outsourcing stuff. That's a good idea because I need to make money.
Yes, sir.
I say go for it.
I'm trying to get monetized. I'm trying to work hard, but you guys have come a long way, and I'm just trying to do the same. But for me, it's the game.
I don't know. Like, I'll be honest. I don't know how it happened. I don't know how any of it happened. I just know that she's been here from the beginning, and somehow it's worked out. That's it.
You have the right people in your corner.
Yeah,
you do.
I think so. And
it's wonderful.
You guys are all amazing, and Lorena, you've been so great coming in on Sundays and supporting, and I appreciate that. That means a lot. So.
Oh, no problem. I'm like, okay, I'll have like one earbud so I can listen to you, and then I'll have these on because I'm trying to edit at the same time.
He does the same thing.
I do the same thing.
I'm going to give you.
Oh my God! I'm like, okay, I have to go. Keepers of fourth. Okay, all right. It's time for Ords stream. Okay, guys, I gotta go. I gotta hop into Ords stream right now.
I'm also going to give you guys a little something too. Don't let anyone try to disrupt what you guys have built, whether it be online or outside.
Absolutely.
Make sure you protect yourselves. Even if it's going to affect your channel in the future, don't let anyone affect you guys.
We're ironclad, baby. We're ironclad.
Same.
Absolutely. Well, folks. Sorry, Steve. Do you have something else?
Because we got to have faith in something. And you guys as a couple is a good place to have faith.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I reflect on our relationship often, and it does surprise me that we are as good as we are. So
you're very girthy.
Yes.
Oh my God.
True story, baby.
Not like yeah.
And folks, with that, please do subscribe and follow Ords and Amber. All their information will be in the description box of this video. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's.
All you people.
Take care, and we will.
I'm not good at this.
What is that?
You're supposed to put those fingers down.
Right? It's
I
hard.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
It looks like a bear claw.
Bye.
Bye, guys.